Hi, I'm Lieutenant Ben McDonald with the FIR Fire Department, located just outside the Houston area. What is community risk reduction and how can we utilize its value? Well, community risk reduction is a process to identify and prioritize local risks, followed by the integrated and strategic investment of resources to reduce their current occurrence and impact. One of the topics of community risk reduction is fire prevention. The two simultaneously go hand in hand. Fire prevention can be started from any age, of all ages. However, it is my belief that it has a strong impact when it is delivered to the youth of our community. Many times, especially in the month of October, you will see fire departments across the nation deliver presentations to kids that are in grade school. This starts anywhere from kindergarten and goes all the way up to 5th grade, even sometimes through high school. Stressing the importance of fire prevention is a measure that we can take as fire departments across the nation to ensure that safety is our number one priority. We deliver remarks such as the youth having an escape plan while they are at school. However, what they don't understand more times than not is that they should also have an escape plan while at home. Having an escape plan should not be limited just to their schooling. It should also be enabled inside their residences, and the plan should also be enabled with their parents. Everyone should have a clear understanding as to what to do in the event of an emergency. Actions, what to do and what not to do. While in school, kids are instructed to maintain contact with their classmates and their teachers, followed by a meeting in a predetermined location, usually outside the facility. They also essentially go together, as they should. However, while at home, we might not have this advantage. In the middle of the night while kids are sleeping, they may become scared, they may want to hide under the bed, and they may run out of their house without their parents. This is all because there is no plan in place. We emphasize the importance of having a plan and an escape route to ensure that kids, parents, families all together are outside safe and sound at a meeting place that they have predetermined before an event strikes. We do this by stressing the importance of having such plans, so when the fire department arrives, we can ensure that everyone is out of the residence before starting our initial attack and primary search. What types of data do we have to support this theory? Well, community interaction is a huge asset of ours that we use to determine these factors, to determine this data. Many times, whether visiting a school or visiting community members during a PR event, the question is fairly commonly asked as to, well, what should me and my family do in the event of an emergency? One of the things that we stress is to have a plan. And you would be amazed at the amount of times families, even the homeowners or parents of these kids, they don't have a plan, or then they realize that they have never set a plan in place for when an event strikes. Also, we have the ability to determine this theory based on any time that we make a call to a residence, whether it's a medical call, a fire call, anytime that we interact with the public, potentially after an emergency typically. With today's growing population, especially in my area, that go ahead and helps add to my factor that there are more people that do not have this plan in place. So therefore we have to spread the word. How can we spread this word? Well, traditionally, departments used to send out flyers or send out mailings that would appear on the doorsteps of the homeowners. However, in today's modern society, a lot of people utilize social media. Social media is a great way to interact with your community members, whether through a department Facebook page or Twitter, any type of engagement that reaches to the community. A lot of Facebook groups are out there for these neighborhoods and for the communities for which you serve, especially at your local fire station. The more you engage with your community, the more outreach you will have, and the more people will get on board with the message that you're trying to send. which is to have an escape plan, to preach fire prevention. If fire prevention is preached, then it helps us do our job a little bit more safely, because we have the ability to focus on the task at hand, which is to mitigate the incident, as opposed to now we have to go in with the strategic response of rescuing victims. Although that is what should be our number one priority, is life safety, we also want to make sure that lives are saved in the beginning. That way we can mitigate the hazard at risk. Also, when we talk about fire prevention, we also want to emphasize the importance of making sure that fires don't happen because they don't start. As there are incidences where accidents happen, we have to make sure that kids are also not starting fires, whether by accident or intentional. In order to reduce these calls, if they were to see fire department organizations in the public making an impact on them, it might give them a sense of hope that they might not play with fire or any kind of incendiary devices which may start a fire, thus lead to a greater loss, whether at home or in school. So in conclusion, community risk reduction is a huge factor, and it's one that will never go away. We will always have the community risk reduction factor, and it is up to us as fire department organizations to stay in contact and engage in the public in the community for which we serve. Thank you.